Hey my friends, what's going on? In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to reach your goal this year. See, most people will go to this year and not reaching their goal at the end of it. Just like last year, they'll get excited at the beginning of the year, they'll write down their goals on paper, but they are missing the key component that will make their goals become a reality. I want to explore this component with you. That way you can have the best year of your life this year. So let's break it down. The very first thing you have to do if you're gonna reach your goal this year is to define your goals clearly. Know exactly what you want. Take time to write it down. Take time to know exactly what do you want this year. When you write it down, there's a connection that's made between your brain and your hand. There's a connection that's made between the neuron, because your brain is better at creating ideas than storing them. Why is that? Can you remember what happened to you yesterday? If you're storing what happened, you might remember a little bit. Can you remember what happened to you the day before yesterday? Can you remember what happened last month on today that you was last month today? More likely you don't have a full remembrance because storing ideas in your brain is not the best thing at it. But creating a new idea, you can come up with that right now. So say it loud and declare it. For example, if your goal is to build $1 million business, say, hey, I'm a millionaire. I remember I said to one of my coach that I had, and I said to him, hey, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna build $1 million business this year. And that was back then. He said, no way, you're not gonna make it. You? How? Who do you think you are? How are you gonna make it? Have that ever happened to you? Have you ever wanted something so big with your life and you told the wrong person about it and they just think that you're crazy, or they say like you can't do it, you don't have nobody in your family that do it? Sometimes what happened, they are projecting their fear or the fact that they've never dreamed that big, or they've never done it, they've never seen it. They're projecting that on you, but that's not your reality. It doesn't have to be your reality. That's their reality. So one of the big advice, if you're gonna make your goal, if you're gonna reach your goal this year, put them in a place where you can see them. For example, at my workspace, I put my stuff on stickers on my computer. I can see them. So put your goals, have stickers in your workstation, write them down, put them in front of you, put them on you. Some people have tattoo. I'm Christian. I don't believe in having tattoos on my skin, but guess what? You will see I have those bracelets bands. You can get those bracelets band and put, like this one says, God and my best self. That's the greatest combination. This one says go hard. This one says the amount of income that I want to make. So you can find creative way. You can have t-shirts. You can have things that remind you all the time to what your goal is. Put it in places where you can see it. Okay? So next thing you're going to do is you're going to break down your large goal into small goals. But before that, hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click down below, subscribe. If you're receiving value in this video, be sure to let me know in the comment as we keep going. I built this channel where I teach people how to build business, escape from the matrix, from the 9 to 5, build their own business and impact the world in a greater way. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, you want to break down your larger goals, break them down into small goals. The reason why you want to break them down is so you can have milestones, because milestone is going to help you keep pushing every time you hit a milestone. If your biggest goal is to do 1 mil with your business and you've never done 1 mil before, it's probably going to be a big goal to you. But if your only time that you're gonna celebrate is when you hit that 1 mil, you might feel depressed on the way up there because you're gonna face some tribulation. You're gonna say some stuff. You might be falling, but you're falling forward. Even though you're moving, it's like a graph that's going up. Even though you're moving, but you're gonna be having some setbacks in the process. But if you set some milestone, when you hit this milestone, let's say, hey, you have this $1 million goal. We're gonna break it down into months, so you're gonna know what's my figure for the month. If it's 100K for the month, so if I hit the 100K, that's a milestone. Do something once you hit a milestone. Maybe take your mom out. Maybe take your significant other to an island. Buy a computer or buy an iPad that you wanted. Buy a phone. Buy something that's gonna remind you. Take some pictures. Go on a trip. Do something that's gonna remind you of the time that you hit that milestone. W. Clement Stone says that Thinking won't overcome fear, but action will. When you take action, you start hitting those milestones, it's gonna lessen your fear. And the more action you take, the more you're gonna realize that that fear that's inside of you, you can overcome it, because that's the best way for you to overcome fear. So if you break it down, the process will be less overwhelming for you. If you take small steps towards your goal and you celebrate your milestone in the process. So what you wanna do, you want to create a plan so that you can reach that goal, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. By creating a plan, what you really want to do is to create some type of routine, create a daily routine that you can keep track of the week, you can keep track of the month. That way you can pay attention to your data. So if you're building a business, you need to know, okay, how many leads am I getting? From the leads, how many people is converting into sales? How many conversions am I getting? From the conversion, how many retention? How many people are becoming clients? So when you pay attention to your data, you're gonna be able to know exactly where you are, and you're keeping track of the month, okay? Next thing, if you wanna make your goal a reality, you wanna reach your goal this year, the next thing you wanna do, you want to prioritize. If it's not serving you, cut it off. And that means people sometimes, that means friends, that sometimes means family. And sometimes it means the people you're doing this stuff for. Sometimes it's the friends that you grew up with your whole life. Now you're on a new journey and they're not getting where you're trying to go. Specifically, if it's not helping you reach your goal, if their value is against your value, guess what? Anytime that you would want to do something, you compromise yourself, because their mindsets are different than yours. You might find yourself in position where you want to please them or where you don't want to lose the relationship. And sometimes it's going to have to come down to, I can't spend time with you. I can't be there. The things that I used to do, I can't do them anymore. But if you prioritize your goal now, you're going to have to make hard decisions sometimes to let people go, because not everyone at your table are here to see you win. Some people, they want to see you fail. Some people, the same thing you trying, they failed at, and they want to project that upon you. They said that, hey, you'll never make it. Hey, I tried that before, it didn't work. I tried this business before, it didn't work. I tried this path before. Oh, you just gonna waste your money. You just gonna get scammed. So that was they're projecting their fear upon you, or they're projecting their reality upon you. It doesn't have to be your own reality. So you want to make sure that you prioritize. Write down every single day. What is your time blocks? When you break down your times in block, you want to write down, where's my time is going to be allocated to? Because when you have time and you prioritize too many things, sometimes you have less productivity, because too many priorities decrease your productivity. As a human being, when you have a singular focus, it's like cutting a diamond. They talk about laser focus. When you have laser focus, you're able to be more powerful in hitting that goal, because laser just goes straight. It's not all over, it goes straight. So, if you have laser focus, it's easier for you to have more impact. All right. So let's talk about time management, which is one thing that you're going to need to have. Time management. I got this concept from Grant Cardone. I remember I was trying to allocate time with my family when I first got into business. The one thing that he said is the principle for time management: wherever you are, be there. Meaning that when it's time for you to do business, be there. Do your bit. If it's gonna be 4 hours for business, focus your time and give 100% of that 4 hours for business. And when it's time for family, focus. I don't know if you ever been to family dinner where everybody's on the phone. I get it. Like, you can go out, you can take some pictures. Maybe you might take a video of the food. Maybe you gotta take a picture of group family pictures. But for you to be doing business, like you're answering chat, you're doing Facebook, you're doing other things, and family dinner, or if you go out with family, sometimes it gets crazy. So in the time that you could have been spending with your family, you so into business, so you spend that time. That's time that you're gonna be in the office, you're working, you can't spend that time. So if you at the dinner table and you're doing business work, you should have been in the office. You should have been in the office, and vice versa. If you're in the office and you're trying to spend time with your family, it's not gonna work. So the best way to have it work is wherever you are, be there. When it's time to spend time with your family, give them 100%. When it's time to spend time with your business, give it 100%. But when you have a goal, sometime you will realize that you will not be able to break your time evenly. Sometimes you will have to get out of balance in order for you to get in balance. Sometimes you would have to give more time to the business so that you can get something going, and so that you can get in balance, because it's not gonna be in balance all the time where you can give the family all the time. Sometimes you're gonna have to make some sacrifices, and having the support of your significant other, your family, sit down with them and help them understand the dream, the goal, make them part of the vision so they can realize what you're doing is not just for you, it's so important to them. It's a very, very powerful characteristic. Sit down with your family, sit down and tell them the people that matters to you, and your goal on your journey. And sometimes they might not understand. If they don't, you're just gonna have to move without them. Sometimes it can get really hard in the process. If you want to make your dream a reality this year, the next thing you need to do, you need to seek help. Seek help and support. Don't be afraid to get a mentor. There's a big difference between a mentor and a coach. A coach is someone that's pushing you to the process, that's helping you, that's telling you what you need to do. But a mentor is somebody who's done what you're trying to do. They've been where you are right now. They've been in the place that you're trying to get to, that you're going through. So that's a mentor. A mentor, they can empathize with your feelings, because you can feel like, oh, I want to quit right now. This is not going to work out. Not only they can tell you, oh, you know what, motivate yourself. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to dream and stuff like that. That would be the job of a coach. But a mentor, he's going to remember that emotion being stuck, that emotion of giving things 100%, but you see 0% results. That emotion of trying to get in front of the camera to make a video, and the video, the settings shut down, the voice didn't come out right, or the video wasn't recording, or having the feeling, the fear of who's listening to me behind this. Is people taking my words seriously? Like, if this stuff's sinking into people, is my business worth it? Writing down your goals, and at the end of the year, seeing your goal, you did not reach your goal, and it's like you got to do it again. You know, having doors closed, having opportunity doors closed, but 2 windows open now, even though the doors was right down on the floor, but the windows are on top in the ceiling. And in order for you to reach the window when they close the door, there's gonna be an extra effort. It's not just gonna be walk through the door, it's to get through the window in order for you to get to that goal. See, a mentor, they will be able to empathize. They have that feeling. They know exactly what it takes to get where they are. So that's the power with having a mentor. A mentor is gonna be able to help you unlock the greatness that's in you. Did you know that you already have greatness in you? The thing with a mentor, sometimes they've worked with people, they can see people who already have greatness. You can say, hey, I'm not good at speaking, I suck, but a mentor, they can see that seed, they can see that spark. Even though you're scared of speaking, but the stuff that you speak, when you say it, people listen. When you get around a group of people and you start speaking about the things that you value, the thing that you love, they can see how your eyes get brighter. They can see that joy in your heart. They can see how much you love helping people. They can see that the thing that you love to do, how much it shines. But you, in the other hand, you might be feeling a different emotion, but a mentor, they'll be able to pick those sides of yourself, you know, because the thing is, having a mentor, closed mouth don't get fed. When you have a mentor, seek out help. Tell them, hey, this is what's going on. You are able to talk to them, because at the end of the day, you will have to invest into mentors. But the thing, when you invest to yourself. You invest in yourself through a mentor, because you are your best investment. Not your TV, not your car, not your house, not anything that you have around you. Yes, these things, if you use them wisely, they can bring a return. For example, if you invest into the market, but you are your best investment, because investing in the market without you, what good is it? Your car without you will stay in the driveway. Your house won't have somebody to live in it. Your TV won't have somebody to watch it. So you are what makes this investment matter. You are your best investment. So growing yourself to the biggest level that you can to make this year your best year ever, to not stay stagnant, it's the best thing that you could do for you. You are your best investment. Never stay stagnant. Always learn and improve, because things are gonna change. I remember Confucius said that. He said that a scholar who cherish the love of comfort is not worthy to feed or deemed to be called a scholar. Because if you want to grow and you just want to be comfortable, if you have a big goal but you want to stay in comfort mode, you're not going to reach it because your goal is up there. And to get up there, it's like climbing the stairs. It's climbing a mountain. In order for you to climb, you got to put hands, you got to make some effort, some movement, you're going to sweat. A lot of things are happening in the process to you to get there, but you know that out of your comfort zone, this is where your goal lies. This is where your dream become a reality. This is where those things happen. This is where you learn. So this year, stay learning, stay improving yourself in this concept of learning. See, people think that when you hear about something, you just learn. No, learning has 5 stages. Shout out to my boy, one of my mentor, Myron Golden, and he teach me the 5 stages of learning. And here's the thing you must understand. There's 5 stages to learning. When you learn something doesn't mean that you know it, because knowing something is to go through the whole step, to the whole process. Because you can learn, the first stage of learning is to learn about. I mean, you learn about something. You can learn about something. It doesn't means that you know it. Like right now, crypto is going crazy. You can learn about crypto, but it doesn't mean that you know how to go in there and invest and make stuff happen. You can learn about trading crypto, but it doesn't mean that you know how to do it, because learning about something is not the full stages of learn. Because you learn about something, then you learn what to do. So when you learn about it, if you really want to take it to the next step, you got to learn what to do. And then once you learn what to do, then you got to learn how to do it, which is the next step of learning. You learn how to do it, because there's a specific way. The person that's getting results, that's why having a mentor who's getting results, there's a specific way of doing things that if you go do it, you can go do it the wrong way for years and you never get the results. Meanwhile, you just need a little tweak. And once you get that tweak, that results that you've been searching for years now, it happened in an instant. Because that person, they've already went to the years of failures and mistakes and all of that. They can spare yourself from all those mistakes. Instead of making those mistakes, they can just give you the straight path. So that is why learning how. Then you learn to. Learning to do it, you have to go in the marketplace and do it. If you learn how to build a product, just learning how to do it, learning what to do and how to do it, if you never create one, you're not a product owner. You have to go and do it, because in the process of doing it, you're gonna learn because you're gonna learn what system you need to put in place. You're gonna need to learn what program. You're gonna learn, not only you're gonna see it, but you're gonna go do it. That create a whole new set of learning, because your brains are wired differently, because you're learning new things now. You're learning systems, you're learning program. Your minds are opening up to new possibility, and it's just change your mind. Have you ever thought that, you've seen someone do something crazy, it's amazing, and then you just thought you would never be able to do that? But then you go and you learn the process, and you've seen somebody else do it, and now you start learning, you go do it, and now people are looking at you like, my God, like, how do you do that? Well, it's because you went to the process of learning. And in the last stages of learning, from learn about, learn what, learn how, learn to, you're gonna learn from. Because when you go do it, that's where a mentor teach you from the perspective of them doing it. Because when you can go do the same thing that your mentor teach you, you're gonna have a new set of experience. Because we all are different. We all have different DNA. You're your own person. Your life is different. Your location is different. Although we might be doing the same thing, but all of us is gonna have little bits of different situation that's gonna change the whole process for you, right? That's gonna change the whole outcome in certain ways, right? That emotionally, that's gonna give you different spark. That's where everything is different. So by doing it yourself, you're gonna learn from doing it. There might be one thing that you learned from you doing it that I didn't learn. You might go do it yourself and you learn something different than I learned. You might find a new way, but from your experience now, something new will come out. There's a saying that says that from imitating something great, something new take place. That's like seeing Usher dancing and you say, well, that looks like Michael Jackson moves, but you know that's Usher. Although like some of the moves might be similar, but something new take place. So out of imitation of something old, something new take place. So if you're gonna reach your goal this year, keep that in mind. The next thing, stay motivated. Stay motivated, because it's not just the easiest thing. I'm not here to just tell you it's just gonna be easy. That's why mindset is very important. You know, there's the formula for success is mindset plus skill set times repetition equals success. Let me say it again. The formula for success, you can write it down. It's mindset plus skill set times repetition equals success. So your mindset, remind yourself of your why. What is behind your goal? Why are you doing this? Read books about mindset. Stay around people that's gonna elevate you, that's gonna see the best version of you, that's gonna see you not for your mistakes. We all gonna make mistakes in this life. We all want the best out of life. If you're watching this video, you obviously want the best out of your life. But keeping a right mindset in the midst of the situation, because this is what's gonna happen. Sometimes in life, you're gonna realize places that you weak at. You might think that you were strong at, but when you are thus in the middle of the fire, that's how you're gonna realize who you are. Because as human being, we have different characteristics. It's like if you have think about it. Let's say you have a pot of boiling water, right? You have a pot of boiling water, and there's an ingredient that you put inside of that boiling water. The characteristic will change based on the ingredient. Like you could put something soft in a boiling water and it turns hard. What example I could give you with that? So let's say you put something like eggs. If you break the eggs, it's liquid, you know? But if you put the egg in a boiling water, it becomes hard. But then on the other hand, let's say you take something like a plantain. You take a plantain, for example, who's already hard, like it's a hard plantain, put it in water and it boils. Guess what? The plantain is gonna turn soft. And sometimes the hard time will reveal who we are, our own characteristic to us. But the one beautiful thing is you might be revealed that you are soft in certain areas of your life, but when you are revealed that, it creates that that opportunity for you to become hard, for you to know next time, for you to get better. So as you go through the process now, if you were soft in some area, when you start dealing with some problem, you become better. That's why mindset is so important, and repetition is part of success. You got to keep repeating it. Visualize the positive outcome of achieving your objective. See it in your mind. See the best possible outcome, because I wish someone had told me that visualization has two foundation factors, which can be both, they both have different outcome, which can be both linger in you. You have fear with an undesirable outcome, then you have faith with what's called a desirable outcome. So you gotta choose now which one that you're gonna go with, because fear, if you keep on fear, it's like, oh my God, what you thinking about is in the future. You might have the fear, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna be able to reach that goal. But that goal is not today. That goal is in the future. A fear is something that you're feeling. It's a feeling, an emotion in the inside. Most of the time, when you are not in the situation, you don't know how you're gonna react. Let's say you have the fear of snake. There's no snake around you. If a snake gets around you, you probably will just run. You are in the situation. But a fear of snake in your mind can be like, oh, I'm fearful of snake, and you keep that in your mind. There's no snake around. And that's what fear does to us, is that the situation is not around you, but yet you have the fear when that situation, you're thinking about the worst possible outcome. What you want to do is to change it to faith. Think, oh my God, when a snake comes, well, I'm probably gonna kill it. I'm not gonna let it. Sometimes, you know, I'll go to run in the morning and I say, like, there are people walking a dog. Let's say a dog walked upon me to bite me. I always think about the best possible outcome. Guess what? That dog is gonna bite me, but I'm gonna kill that dog. Like, I'm gonna kill it. So I play that the best possible outcome in your business. Play the best possible outcome for your goals, for your dream. Think of the best possible outcome this year and how you can make it happen. Anyway, hopefully you found massive value in this video. Be sure to grab my ebook. Be sure to subscribe. Look for more videos for this year. Let's make your goals a reality. Drop down, what is your 2022? What is the top of your goal? What is your top goal for 2022 that you want to make happen? What is your top goal for 2022? I'll see you guys on the next one. That was your boy Keder. See you guys later. Let's go.